Oh boy.
Mm.
Hey y'all, welcome to a special episode of Eating While Standing.
Yo, what's up? Know what I'm saying?
How you doing?
Where
This
today
feels
I'll be
weird.
standing while serving and they'll be sitting while drinking.
What we do best. It's what chefs do best after work. Some
Yeah.
of us during work, like Kevin.
I work much better drinking while standing.
Ah, nice.
Keeps your head in the game. You know,
I know, right?
You can't get the fuzzies. You can't.
Yeah,
start
gotta stay
drifting off.
balanced.
Yeah.
I honestly, I feel like I should get the fuzzies more. Like, I don't like the effect of not knowing how drunk I am.
Yeah.
Because like you're having a good time, you're running around, you're like, yeah, everything's great, everything's fine. Then you get home, you're like, I'm hammered.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Fucking
that.
hammered.
How did I not know that?
Right. It all happened so fast. I was having a good time and then I was home.
So we're gonna do a little bit of wanted to talk about bar etiquette.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
Yes.
We're gonna make some margaritas today. We're finally making margaritas.
My favorite.
Margaritas.
You know I love margaritas.
So many margaritas.
Margaritas. So I'm gonna get a little bit of prep done real quick. We're not doing anything too fancy. I'm doing some El Jimador Reposado, some Tres Agaves margarita mix. There's some good margarita mixes. Preferably, you just get some limes, juice them, get some agave. Got your triple sec, nothing fancy. You can go with Cointreau, you can go Grand Marnier, but we're doing something simple today, and we're not trying to spend $100 to drink margaritas,
So do you
as
guys
delicious
have,
as they are.
You guys have a blender at your work to do like frozen margaritas?
We do not. We do
So
not have
you
a
can only
blender.
do margaritas on the rocks and whatnot. at
Yeah,
yours.
yeah. And usually most places, if you're gonna do frozen margaritas, they'll have
A machine.
I
Yep.
forget the brands that are
Yes.
commonly used, but
Yeah.
just a big old machine, fill it with ice, pour in some kind of usually it's like a carton
Mix,
puree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you pour that in, throw it in,
Yep,
blends it
yep.
up, throws the ice in, blends it up,
Yep.
and boom. And then you throw your liquor in,
Yeah.
which pour counts are even more important with frozen drinks because you pour too much liquor, it just waters it down. It's no longer frozen. It's just like it's a moist slushy.
Yeah.
So
A
when everyone's like,
moist
I want
slushy.
a strong frozen margarita, it's like, gosh.
Can't really do that, but hey.
I mean, if you're cool with it not being so much frozen, it's just cold.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it'll work.
Yeah.
It'll be watered down,
Ice
but
is
it'll work.
just, I mean, it's the same thing though. The ice is gonna melt regardless of whether it's on the rocks or
Yeah.
crushed up. Because all
But it's
it
just
is
blending
crushed
it up.
ice or
It'll take longer
on
for it
the
to melt on the
rocks.
rocks, at least.
yeah. Because when I was younger, I used to love the frozen margaritas. That's all I drank was frozen margaritas. Motherfuckers will give you a fucking brain freeze though. So fuck
yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, it's not anymore.
frozen.
No. But 21-year-old Sean, oh hell yeah. That frozen margarita, it's like having an adult slushy. I just got, went from 7-Eleven Slurpees.
I was about to say, I was like,
See
you
if I
can
can
just
make
go
this
get
work.
like one lemon lime Slurpee and just
Yeah.
add vodka and add
Yeah.
tequila to it, and there
Yes.
you go.
Yeah. And it is wonderful. They were delicious
just
and
keep it
refreshing.
easy. Oh man.
Yeah, I can't do those frozen drinks like that. And when I was in Key West not too long ago, we stopped at that that restaurant in Key West that has like all the frozen drinks where they're just all in that. They got like 30, 40 different frozen drinks. with,
Oh,
like,
God, I know what you're
whiskeys
talking about.
And rums and grain alcohols and all that shit. And
God, I forgot about
I ordered one because it was 107 degrees in Key West and it was refreshing, but didn't do too much damage. I'd rather have them on the rocks still, nonetheless.
that. Oh no, I'm not a big margarita guy. Period. Really. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not big. Like when I go out, like to like certain
Yeah.
restaurants, hell yeah, I'm gonna get me a margarita.
Okay.
But like, it's not something I go to at a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm not at a bar per se, and I like margaritas. You're right, with dinner, with certain meals that I'm having.
Yeah.
If I'm going just to drink, then no, I'm not. I'm ordering bourbon and a beer, but if I'm at,
Margaritas are
like-
very much like a communal
yeah
cocktail to
at
have.
Mexican restaurants usually, or
Oh, yeah.
Texas restaurants, Texas
Oh,
or
yeah.
Southwest.
And a lot of their food
Tex-Mex.
just goes well with like
It
the
does.
sweet and citrus
Yes,
that margaritas are
it
known
really
for.
does.
So it's
Really does.
it's kind of hand in hand.
Oh yeah. Couldn't
See
have
if
given him
this
a
whole
sharper knife.
no, it's
No.
working. It's just it's not a knife I'm used to
and
using.
yeah, I would say
Usually I use like a paring
using
knife.
it wrong too. Ugh, I
This
should have
is
got you
scary.
a smaller knife. I know it is. It is scaring me a little bit. I've been watching this full cut, and I'm like, I almost want to jump over here. Let me cut the lines for you, bartender.
Ooh,
I could have knocked that out in like
nervous.
3 seconds.
Nah, it's liability. I can't let you do that.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
liability.
That's what it is.
Liability.
He owns the
Yeah.
place.
Right.
Get out of here.
Yeah. All right, so
I don't even need my license to be here.
let me ask you this question, because I told my father-in-law that it was illegal to do this. I mean, not illegal, but like can't do it. So he likes like a certain type of like gin and English cucumber. Say you don't have English cucumbers, and he brings his own English cucumber in with him. Can you cut that for him? Put that in his drinks, or would you just be like, no, here's a knife, you can cut that at your table? And even then, can he even bring it into the restaurant?
No.
Could let him.
Restaurant, bar, you can't even bring that in legally, right?
Food?
Yeah, like a cucumber.
I think we
never really had that happen. I don't see why you. I don't
yeah.
see why you couldn't. If it's a raw vegetable,
Yeah.
we take it, we inspect it, and then we
Uh-huh.
prepare it.
Uh-huh.
I don't see why you couldn't.
It's you can't.
I didn't think so either. Health
can't.
code.
Because I've had people walk in and asking me to make their food like that they brought from somewhere else or from home, and you can't do that
But you
because it's
can't
outside
make it.
food.
I understand that, not cooking it.
But
But this
behind the
is just
bar,
a
I've never
raw
had an issue because
vegetable
I've
that
had
you
people bring
just-
poblanos in, and I've used those in margaritas.
It should be
I
the
don't-
same aboard across everything.
Yeah,
I think that's a
I
serve
don't
safe
know.
thing.
I
It
don't
can't be
know.
prepared food. It can't be food that was
Yes.
prepared under someone else's roof where their
Yeah,
liability
yeah, I
sits. But a
understand
raw
that.
vegetable,
But
or
no, I
anything
can't,
that's
I can't
unprepared,
bring in a raw piece
as
of
far
chicken
as
and
I
be like,
know,
oh,
I've
this is the
never
chicken that
been
I
told that
like.
I couldn't do that.
Cook this.
That's because it's not. I don't believe that would be common for a bartender to do. That would be weird.
Not common.
Yeah,
No.
it's not
But
common at all.
For kitchens, like I've gotten that request so many times, and no, the problem is we don't know what you're doing at home. We don't know
Yes.
what your food
Yes.
is. There could be cross
Don't know where it
contaminations. There
came
could be
from.
all these. There's too many variables
That's what
with
I thought,
outside with
too.
their food they're bringing
Yep.
in that I'm not going to prepare this because it's more for their safety and for our insurance policy than it is
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I thought.
So
too.
it's like if somebody ever came in and was just like, "Hey, here, could you
Yeah.
prepare? I have cucumber.
No.
You
Right.
prepare cucumber."
right.
you need
But
to.
even then,
No.
okay,
No.
okay, so you can't do that. And I was like, well, maybe you can just bring the cucumber in and just get a knife and slice it at your table. I was like, don't tell nobody you're doing that. But I was like, that's the only way you can really get around with that. Because if you bring in a cucumber and you do it at your table, I mean,
Yeah.
I know, right?
It's kind it's like if you
It's
don't
a
get
gray
caught,
area.
if you don't get caught, that's
Kind
one
of a
thing. But
gray
it's
area.
definitely
Yeah.
policy. I think like
Yeah.
almost everywhere that legally you
Yeah.
cannot bring in your food to have
Yeah,
prepared
yeah,
food.
that's what I thought too.
And that should be a bar
Yeah.
thing too. It shouldn't because that it's food. It doesn't anywhere in the restaurant, no matter where there's food, like even your limes and things have to be up to our standard and up to the same code
They
that
have
we
to
have
be
in
Yeah.
the kitchen.
By
Anytime
a
I've accepted
reputable
food, it had to come from a
distributor.
grocery store
Yep.
with a receipt.
Yep, reputable.
So, yeah, maybe that was like-
distributor. Wow, that's a hard word.
You want a 2 ounce or 1
Reputable
ounce pour?
distributor. Two. Mama ain't no raised no bitch. I know better how to drink. This guy. I'm playing.
Didn't raise no bitch.
That's not what you would say to your bartender.
Yeah,
unless
no.
you know your bartender. Now, if you know
It
your
might be
bartender-
funny, but don't joke light of like getting other
Yeah.
people to get real fucked up. That's not most bartenders are not gonna be okay with that.
Yeah, no.
Unless we
No.
got security, we can be like, cool. You get ID'd at the door. We can take your keys and we can kick you out.
Yeah.
In that case, plenty of places that do that will get you as fucked up as you can get
Wow.
Well, to a point. But it's like if you're stumbling and falling over and you can't drive, that's cool. We'll take your keys and we'll get you an Uber. We'll do this kind of stuff. But usually there's a whole section of the establishment that is employed to handle that situation.
Yeah.
Okay. So I also had this ideal also, the other night. And where restaurants get in partnership with Uber drivers and they can just tax that to their bill. So say you get too messed up, and you don't have an Uber account or you're just too messed up to even order an Uber.
Mhm.
The bartender can go on like the house account, order the Uber through the computer, charge it to their bill. So that when they just go and they swipe their credit card, and the restaurant could charge it almost a little bit of a premium on, I guess, and so maybe make a couple dollars off of it in a sense. But say I go out to a restaurant, and I get drunk, or even that restaurant offers a service to they'll come pick you up and Uber you there, and they'll just tax it to your bill. It just has a little button on the computer where it's like Uber ride,
That makes sense.
and it changes. Obviously, you can type in the amount and whatnot, but no restaurant's done this because my argument is, and I was watching this YouTube video the other day about why do cops set up 2 miles away from the bars and not right in front of the bars?
That's actually
They
another
can't
legal
set up
thing.
in
They're
front
not
of
allowed to
bars.
set up. That's entrapment.
Okay, listen to it's entrapment if your intentions are to only give out DUIs. If your intentions were more positive and your intentions were to stop people from drunk driving. Because if I walk out and I see a cop car and I see a cop, you know how much more less likely I am to get in my car and drive away? A whole lot less. I'm gonna walk out, see that cop, turn around, and be like, yeah, you know what? Come pick me up, or I can't drive. But if I get in my car and I come out of that bar and I don't see a cop, there's nothing there to tell my mind not to do it. Yes, I know it's wrong, but then I get 2 miles down the road and now I'm in handcuffs and that. I just believe that the cops should be there to protect and serve and help out. So they just made their presence known, but it's more of a money racketeering to me.
It's well, definitely that's one thing because you have to also think about the fact of how many times did this happen that there had to be a law made for it. So obviously somebody was taking advantage.
Yep.
But
They're
it's
also,
also
far less likely to even come into your establishment if you have police officers just standing outside.
Yeah. But I think this is actually something that happened in my hometown. Is because this is one of the reasons why. A woman got into her car to try to drive home. She didn't realize that she was, intoxicated until she was already in her car. She drove literally across the street, feeling like, okay, realizing I need to not be driving. Parked her car, got out, decided she was going to walk. She walks a mile down the road. The cop pulls her over and gives her a DUI because he saw where she was and where she was coming from and knew that she was drunk and knew that she had moved her car.
But he let her walk a fucking mile?
Cops are not.
I'm not
maligning all cops. I'm just saying that one cop was a giant dick.
What I'm saying.
And but that's why they can't be within a mile of the place because that woman made the right choice. Yes, she got into her car, but then she drove across the street.
Yep.
But she realized it, and she did the right thing, and got out, but still got charged for it because some cop was way too close or drove by and noticed what she was doing, and then circled back, and she was a mile away, and was like, "I'm gonna give that woman a fucking DUI."
Damn.
So no, cops cannot be within a mile of the.
However, they can communicate. So in a previous place I worked, we would have off-duty officers in the building as security.
Okay.
Now they're in a capacity where they can handle problems, but they're not on-duty officers. So what they would do is they would exhaust every method to get someone to drive safely or make a decision that was in their best interest. If they wouldn't do that, they would radio up to another officer several blocks down who's just patrolling. Or sitting and he's on duty, and they just hey, just letting you know someone's pulling out of this parking lot.
Yep.
Here's the make and model.
Yeah,
we did what we could do legally based on being off duty. If you go pick them up,
that's what I think.
Yeah.
So my best friend got a flat tire one night on his way to a party. He was sober, got a flat tire, pulled the car over, had somebody come pick him up, went to the party. Saying had a good time, all that. The next day, he came back to his car because, he was coming to fix the tire. There was like a half a bottle of like tequila or vodka that he had just left, forgot about it. Got to the party, was like, fuck, I forgot my tequila, Oh, well, we don't need it. We're already at the party. I'll get it tomorrow. When he showed back up the next day, completely sober to change the tire, they gave him a DUI.
Open container. Just because there was open container in there.
Yeah. Even though he wasn't driving at the time, hadn't been driving anywhere, But still, like, open container, the back seat, like, still.
Now, if it
has to be in the trunk.
It's got to be in the trunk.
I heard, yes. Can't be accessible to you.
I've driven around with cases of liquor with, like, different bottles open when I was doing different catering gigs and, like, working weddings and stuff like that. Oh. But, there was rules we had to follow.
Yeah, put it in the trunk.
Someone would do, like, these big vans with steel cages in them, or, like, just cages they were sitting in and they were locked up. But it was very clear.
Yep.
Like, there's no way you're going to get in this. Without stopping the vehicle, going back, using a key, unlocking it. It's like, you can't. You're not going to drink and drive.
I wouldn't do that, or I would do that.
I had to put my alcohol in prison in my back seat.
I know, right?
Just to keep me away from it. It's for its protection. We must protect the Jameson.
Gentlemen, fucking cheers.
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 This is
the margaritas finally.
This is episode 20. Episode 20 is the episode we finally get the margaritas.
We finally get margaritas.
Tasty. Very tasty.
Very good. All right, tell us what's in this then.
So I like to cut out some of the citrus. So Reposado, triple sec, margarita mix, which I think already has some agave in it in this particular brand, but it's got lime juice concentrate.
Yeah, trace agaves.
And then I like to add a little bit of extra agave to cut some of that citrus and take some of that harshness off.
Yeah.
In my experience, people typically drink more than that.
I just realized we have music playing in the background.
Well, it's probably not hearable, but go ahead and turn that off. fucking copyright, motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, we do not want this to get out there, and all of a sudden we're screwed.
So we got to find some royalty-free music we can play in the background then,
Yeah, right.
just to have like that bar vibe.
Yeah,
And
it
for
did,
episodes
right?
like this, that's why I was like,
Yeah.
it just seemed natural. It was just
It
comfy,
did.
and then all of a sudden I
It
was
did.
like, wait a minute,
I started singing along with the song. And I was
copyright laws.
Motherfucking copyright.
Like, oh snap!
like, uh-oh.
And then a little bit of lime. There you go. If you want some more citrus, boom, throw some more limes in there.
Yeah, no, I
Yep.
think it's delicious though. But
So-
like I said, I've had margaritas made 1,000 different ways.
So since we were talking about etiquette and everything like that, Sean, you asked a question outside at one point, and that was actually interesting because he was wondering about the right way to like approach a bartender and order when there's like multiple people, and like if they're all ordering at different times.
Oh, so yeah, like you were talking about earlier, you have a group
Yeah.
of people, you're all coming up to order. In general, if it's slow, I'll work with you. If you come in,
Yeah.
if you need time, cool, here's the menu. If you have a big group, then it's kind of ideal to get like 2 or 3 orders at a time so I can go work on those, come back, and I'm going to do that in waves. And depending
Okay.
on the complexity, if I need 4 old fashions, I can make those pretty easily because it's just one cocktail. If you want 4
Yeah.
different cocktails, that'll take a little bit longer.
Absolutely.
If there's one person that wants a Guinness and they're the last person to order, just kind of like the meta planning of if you have a group of people and the last person that orders a steak, ideally you want to get that steak ready first because it's going
Yeah.
to take the longest. Someone orders a Guinness, it has to sit. So ideally, if you have
Yeah.
10 people and 2 people want Guinnesses, let me know. I can start those and do other stuff while those are sitting, and I can multitask more
Yeah.
efficiently and get those drinks out faster.
Yeah.
But that's something that if I hear it, I'll do it. But if the last 2 people order and they've just been waiting to order,
Yeah,
that
Just
would
look
that
at
would be
the
the meta
draw.
game from the customer's perspective of like, all right,
Yeah.
knowing how much, but how long things take to make. But I don't expect everyone to know that.
Yeah. No, you got to learn that.
But,
We're
okay,
here to
so-
educate then.
let's say a couple then walks in. One person knows exactly what they want to order, but the other one wants to look at the menu. Well, is it okay for the one person to go ahead and order while the other one's looking at the menu, and then when you get back, they order, and then they get back and forth? Is that annoying at all?
It's annoying. It's annoying. I'm gonna try and again optimize as much as possible. So if you know what you want
Uh-huh.
and the person that you're with doesn't,
Yes.
okay, cool. As long as that person tells me they need a menu, like they need some time, not a problem. What do you want? Cool. Here's a menu. Let me go make this, get it ready while you figure that out. You're still waiting? Cool. Let me go and get a card from you. Start the tab, get that done, turn around. Do you know what you want yet? If not, then I'm gonna have to come back to you.
Yes.
But I'm gonna try and do everything else that I can do in that interim to give you as much time as possible so then I can get your order, get it done. So you're not waiting after I've had to run off and start someone else's order.
Yes.
Yes.
Which that's how I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? That's because I can sit down at a bar and be like, I want a bourbon and a draft beer every time, you know what I'm saying? I'm not very picky, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then if I want a cocktail, then yeah. But I can order that, tell the bartender, and then my wife will be like, give me a second. And usually by the time he's done getting my drink, he can start making her drink, makes her drink, brings it to the table or brings it to the bar, and then we enjoy the cocktails together.
Yeah.
So good. So I shouldn't just wait. Like, if I know that she has to look at the menu, I shouldn't be like, hold on a second. And then when he comes back, she orders a lemon drop, and then I order a shot and a beer. And he's like, damn it, why didn't you just tell me you wanted a shot and a beer when you first showed up?
If it's slow,
Yeah.
it works fine. If it's busy, ideally everyone knows what they want because I've already got so many orders in my head
Yeah, that's
that I'm
true,
going to try and
too.
group you together.
Yeah. that's
Because if you know what you want, I've already got other orders in my head. I'm going to make your drink and other drinks in the same go.
true. Okay. So good.
Yeah.
Point
So it's
there,
going to take
yeah.
me longer to get back to you to
Yeah.
get that other order started. So ideally, if it's real busy, just even if one person knows what they want, stand to the side, get the menu,
There you go.
figure it out, then come up,
Yeah.
boom, boom,
Yep.
boom.
Yep.
And if
Okay.
you're doing like shots and a beer and it's real busy,
Yeah.
go ahead and get 2 rounds. If you know you're going to to drink another round,
I
if
thought
you
that
know
was
you're going to.
illegal.
Yeah, I didn't
Some
think you could
bars
do
have
that.
told me I could do that. Yeah,
Yeah, you're
right?
not allowed to have like
I
a
didn't know
certain
I could
amount of
do that.
alcohol in front of you.
Can I do that?
Isn't?
No,
Isn't that true?
so you can't. You can.
Ah,
So
but
you-
you can't give it to me.
I can't give it to you. So usually what I'll tell people is, hey, if you know you want another round, let's go ahead and get 2. And when you come up and you flag me down, instead of me having to ask you, I'm going to see you, put you on my queue, get that second round ready, and just set it in front of you and then run off
Okay,
again.
cool.
Ah.
So
yeah.
it eliminates the need for so much communication and having to
Yeah.
reorder and have to ring it in. It's already in there. Once I see you, I don't even have to talk to you. All I have to do is go back, make it, and just give it to you.
Yeah. Also, the law is weird depending on, at least in different counties that I've worked in, where the law would say you can't put 2 drinks in front of somebody. But the workaround is I give you a beer and you turn around, you set it on the table behind you, and I go, oh, I can give you another beer. There's not 2 in front of you anymore. So I can't give you a beer and a shot, but you grab that beer and I give you a shot. I give you another beer, give you another shot.
Or you can take the shot and then they give you the beer.
And then it's just gone. So yeah.
It's just like, now I don't have a drink in front of me. You know?
Such a weird law, especially for like shot in a beer, because it's such a common thing.
Yeah.
I mean, different liquor companies advertise like bombs and like Blue Moon and Grand Marnier go great together. So get them to like they advertise beer and a shot. Like I have reps come to me and go, hey, we're going to sell you this beer, and you know it works great with this. So like, what is it? Fernet has these little Fernet cups that like flip open with a hinge that sits on a glass. It's meant to be beer and a shot combo.
Huh.
I think the thing about that, though, if I remember correctly when I was reading about that, it was, I think it's not exactly about how many drinks are in front of you, or it technically is if you go the technical way, but it's about the alcohol content in front of you. So it's like if you put like 2 to 3 shots in front of somebody, no, that's not okay, unless that's for like 3 people. But a shot in a beer the alcohol is not enough of a alcohol, I think, content for them to consider that illegal. So I think that's why a beer and a shot could technically be servable. But if you can't order like, can I get like a whole glass of freaking liquor? Like that's just a Long Island.
And even that's weird because I've worked in counties where the way they considered a Long Island to be problematic, I could pour 1.5 ounces of 40% liquor into the glass, and that was the max you could pour. But then I could pour another 2 ounces of triple sec, that's 20%. That wasn't a problem. I just couldn't exceed 1.5 ounces of 40% spirit. So, I mean, it's already going to be sugar. People drink amaretto sours, which they are delicious. They're just all sugar, though.
They're just all sugar.
Yeah, all sugar.
That's a headache.
Many of those, it's stomach ache, a headache. Oh, done too many of those times.
Okay.
But what if you do that though? Is like you said, there's always gray areas, and like, how do you know? Like, I don't come up and I order, hey, I need 10 shots of Patron. You know what I'm saying? Like for me and my friends, and like, you can walk in with no friends. Don't worry about that. They're coming. They're on their way.
Nope. Now, I mean, legally, no.
Yeah.
One, I got to see 10 IDs.
Yeah.
And if I can't see the people you're serving for, how do I know they're not of age? How do I know they're like not underage?
Because like the bars I used to go to, they just ID'd at the door. So as soon as you got in, you got the wristband or you got a little X on your hand or whatever. I mean, you weren't.
Can I get 10 shots? There's only 3 people in the building, sir.
Yeah, I know, right? But like I said, I got friends on the way. They're coming. You know what I'm saying? I want the shots to already be done and ready when they get here. Now I can lie to you how much you're gonna believe me, but
yeah, as a responsible bartender, not supposed to.
Yeah,
but how many businesses are? I mean, I've had business owners tell me, like, hey, like we're taking care of the safety aspect. Who's gonna know?
Yeah,
they want to buy 10 shots. Yes, sell them 10 shots.
Right.
It's $150 in Patron.
Yeah,
sell it.
Sell it.
I just paid for 3 bottles of Patron.
Yeah,
you gotta tell them no.
Yeah.
Now, if they take 10, if they have 10 shots in front of them and they start taking them all, you might have to walk over and be like, oh, all right, we're gonna close you out. You are not driving. You gotta get out of here.
Yeah, you're dead. You have alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, you did not
just hang out. Actually,
boom, boom, boom. Like
I wouldn't even kick them out. Like you just need to hang out for about 6 to 8 hours. Hope you're comfortable where you are.
You are not even rushing. I don't believe this.
How often does that happen? To where like drunk people order shots for the table and then they get the bill and they're sticker shocked.
Oh, sticker shock happens?
Oh my God. It
happens. For sure.
I've seen it happen so many times.
And you know, like you have to ask what the price of liquor is. Even beer in some places, you're not required to have prices labeled on these things.
Yeah.
It's almost a luxury where it's like, you want it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You just ask, you get it. But if you don't ask how much it is,
and then
which is irritating.
I was about to say, is it uncouth to ask how much it is?
Good question.
I think it depends, in my experience. If you ask how much a Bud Light is, how much is your house whiskey? Now, depending on where you are.
What is the cheapest drink?
What is the cheapest drink?
Why not? Have you out balling on a budget? Why not? I mean, I've asked that question before. I've been out broke in my 20s and been like, What's your cheapest beer? What's your cheapest this? What's your cheapest
Yeah, I
drink,
get it.
basically? You know, I got $20 to last all night long. Oh, PBRs are $2 each. We do the math on that. I can get 10 of them motherfuckers. Oh, then I got a tip, so I'll go ahead and get like 6 or 8 of them bitches, and then give the rest for the tip.
Uh,
I feel like I think that's a red flag for me though, because I feel like if you're already asking me what the cheapest drink is, I don't see you tipping me well.
Of course not.
but that's one of those things. It comes
You're
back
out balling
to
on a
judging
budget.
people.
We've all been broke. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes back to
Don't
judging
judge the
people.
broke people.
Yeah. So it when I was younger, I did judge. Now being older, like I get it.
Yeah.
And so I reserve judgment. So if you get in a shot in a beer and that comes out to like $10,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then close it out and you leave $5, like, all right, you know what? You just spent
50%,
$15.
yeah.
You got a shot in a beer.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like so reserve
Yeah.
that judgment until
Yeah.
something that does irritate me is when people say when they get their first round and they close it out and they don't tip, but they say, "Hey, I'll take care of you at the end."
Oh.
That irritates the shit out
Oh
of
my
me.
god! Then why'd you
Yeah,
close?
never do that.
Why'd you close up?
Always tip the first time.
You're gonna
and
take
then
care of me at the end, and maybe once, maybe twice has that actually been the case.
where it's been
But I don't
good,
understand that mentality. I'll take
Yeah,
care of you
neither
at the
do I.
end. Like all I know is you didn't tip me the first time, so
Mhm.
you're already at the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
Yep.
You think I'm just gonna
Yeah.
like forget how much you drank tonight or
Yeah.
something like that, and how much
Yeah.
your bill actually would have been.
Oh yeah.
So you're gonna tip me like
Oh,
maybe a
the
little
last
extra for
bill.
one bill,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be like, oh great, thanks for leaving me 20. You spent $200.
Yeah.
yeah. Like I don't.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm stone sober. I'm gonna remember all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea that you're gonna fuck
So
like it's not a good first impression.
it's not.
No.
So word of advice, that's what somebody gave me that advice when I was young and I'm first going out to bars was always tip the bartender the fattest your first round. So if you go out and like usually I'll get a beer or whatever, a drink for me and my wife, and she'll get her wine or she'll get her drink. Right then all that, I'll sometimes give $20 regardless of what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's only like a $10, $15 bill, you know, for the first 2 drinks. They're fairly, you know what I'm saying, cheap. Sometimes it just depends on what you get. A glass of wine and a beer will cost me 15 to 20 bucks. I'll automatically give a $20 bill also. I know I'm coming back, but that first tip is always crucial.
Now is
Make
this
it
like
fat.
more specific because
Anywhere I've ever gone.
Because you
anywhere.
just described what his big pet peeve was, though. Because if you're closing out and then coming
I'm
back to
not-
order
no,
again,
well, I don't close out. I don't close out. I know better than that also.
so you're just automatically
don't
putting the
close.
20 down to reserving.
Yep,
Like
yep.
this 20
I
is
do it
for the tip,
cash.
and then I'll just do more later.
No, and I do it in cash too. So even if I pay on my card, I always have a $20 bill on me to give my first bartender every time.
Honestly,
Every time.
I'm personally fine with that. Even if you close out every time, if you come in, which there's
Really? That's
irritations.
annoying,
There's
yeah.
irritations for the closing out
I'll
bit.
say I wouldn't
But if
like
you get
that.
around and you close out and you tip really well, like, and then because I'm keeping track in my head, throughout the whole night, you ended up tipping 20, 25, 30%, like whatever it was.
Every
and
time.
you tipped lower on each other time, or if you didn't tip at
Yeah.
all. Because I've had people come in and be like, hey, here's $50 for you. I'm gonna be here for a while. I just don't want to forget to tip. Like they phrase it
Yep.
in different ways.
Yep.
Like I don't want to forget to tip. Here's
That's me.
$50. I'm only buying $15 worth of stuff right now, but I'm
Yep.
probably gonna keep going. I'm trying to keep myself.
Yep.
I'm trying to give
Yep.
myself every opportunity to leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
That so sometimes it's that mentality. It's like,
Yep.
hey man, that's totally cool.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
Because
me,
you already
that's what
took care of
I'm
me. Of course I'm gonna take care of
Yep.
you. I want you to come back and do that
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Like don't think that just because you tipped your bartender really well in the first go round that now they're gonna be like, I've gotten everything out of him. And if your bartender does do that, it's a bad bartender. That's
Yeah.
a very shallow mentality because I want that
Yeah.
person to come back
Yes.
because I'm guaranteed like, fuck yeah, you're here.
Yeah.
And then usually you end up having you
Build
have
a
great
rapport,
conversation.
yep.
Yeah, you build a rapport with those people.
Yep, you do. Because then you keep seeing me, you know what I'm saying? And I've already tipped you, you know what I'm saying, the first time. And when I come back, they already know me. They're like, oh, I know what you
Next
want.
time
I'm
you
a
come
repeat
in, all the
customer.
drinks are ready.
I'm very,
bam.
very good at being a repeat customer, you know?
Is that? I mean, I build a really good rapport. I mean, we have plenty of regulars where we work now, but I do love when they first come in, like have the drinks ready. It's like, yo, what's up, shot? And then you have people looking like, I don't get yelled at like that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Because I go in there every day.
He's calling him by name. He's yelling. He's making sure everyone fucking sees that. He's like, Sean Paul,
Yo,
his
what's
drinks.
up?
What's up, brother? Yeah.
That's how it is at my bar, you know what I'm saying? Like
My whole day just got
last
better.
bar,
I'm
that's how
now I
it
can.
was. My homeboy, the bartender up there, you know what I'm saying? We called him V. Every time. I didn't even have to like tell him what I wanted there anymore, you know?
Oh
as soon as
yeah.
I walked in and he saw me, I would just give him a head nod and then go say hi to the people that I already know.
Yeah.
Give them 5-10 minutes, watch the bar, see how busy it is, and then just walk up to the bar and I'd be like, "What's up? How's your night going?" And he knew that I worked at the restaurant right next door. He'll ask me about, "Hey, how was business tonight? Oh, got our asses kicked tonight, bro. Fuck. I'm gonna be back very, very soon. This first one's gonna go down a lot faster than a normal night." And he'd be like, "Bet, every time. Yeah, always build that."
Oh yeah.
And then tip them. Tip them. I've always believed in that. That's a word of wisdom to the younger drinkers out there that are showing up to bars. Always tip your bartender fat the first time.
Plenty of bars will pour kind of heavy. The standard pour is an ounce and a half. If you want to have standard pours every single time and a bartender that's just like, "You want a whiskey Coke? All right. There you go. Whiskey Coke." And then there's other guys who are like, "Oh, you want a shot? Man, how you been? It's been a crazy day." Whoa.
Yep.
Oh, a little too much there. I want to put it back in the bottle, though.
Don't want to put it back in the
I
bottle.
won't put it back. That'd just be uncouth of me. Just
Right.
go ahead and take that. Just go ahead and take that. I can split that up if you want, though. You want to share one? You want to share one?
Of course.
I haven't had one yet today.
Of course, absolutely. We're doing shots.
Well, shit.
All right, let's do a shot.
About?
Let's do a shot real quick. Yes,
I'm
let's
ready
share
to do
one.
my margarita.
Also, little things like that.
Well, I'll take a shot. Can I get a shot, bartender?
Absolutely.
Want to take one with me, bartender?
I think I
See,
will.
I'm buying the bartender. We'll buy you one.
Fine.
I'm gonna line him one up for
I'll
Zach
do a
later on.
shot.
Give him one for later on.
Peer pressure.
Even though he's not supposed to have 2 drinks in front of him right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to chug that, sir.
See, we're breaking the law right now.
But I mean,
Judas Priest up in this bitch.
Can we legally do it at home? Can you legally?
Yes, you
put
can do it at home.
as
You
many
can-
drinks as you want in front of yourself.
That's how alcoholics do it all the
Oh
time.
man,
okay?
I wonder what's over here while you got those 2 drinks. In front of you.
Uh-huh.
Are you just like looking at yourself drinking
Open
in the
sign
mirror?
still works. Just checking,
Shit, we are
making
still
sure it was
open.
still on.
Still on the clock.
Now,
All
would you
right.
like a lime? Anyone like a lime?
No, I'm
No,
good.
no.
You already got a
thank
chaser. Do you need
Yeah.
another chaser?
Let me ask you this then. So while I was at the concert venue on Sunday, you know what I'm saying, I like to like watch the bartenders pour and do like counts with them, you know what I'm saying? Just because it's like a fun little game with me just to see what they do. Every one of them's fucking different, man. Like this one chick, like, cause like I ended up at like 3-4 different bars on the levels, you know what I'm saying? Depending on whether I'm coming out of the bathroom or I'm coming up the stairs or going down the stairs to go smoke, or if I'm down in the area where we were like sitting at and whatnot. The chick that was downstairs pouring, bro, I should have been going to her in the beginning, bro. She was giving like 5-6 seconds, you know what I'm saying? I was watching her go. I was like, fuck. I brought one back to Kelly and she said, nope, too strong. I'll take your beer. I said, oh, fuck, it's that strong? Let me taste it. Yeah, this bitch is strong.
That's a
Yeah.
Molotov cocktail.
You're right. And she only charged me for a single, but because, you know what I'm saying, when I first got to her, now, granted, when I first got there, because at concert venues, I have to close my credit card out every time.
Yeah.
And my $20 bill already went to the very, very first bartender that I had at the restaurant. So, like, that was gone immediately. But I tipped her really good the first time I was up there also. I think my bill was like $26 for 2 drinks for like
That's
a
about right.
beer
Concert.
at a concert venue. Yeah, it was like 20.
Yeah.
But I tipped her like $10 or $12 on it. Pretty much 50% on this shit too, because I could do math like that also. I try to go percentage wise. Like if I paid $20 for it and I tip you $10, that's a 50% tip right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tip more than $10 on something that costs me $20.
No, yeah.
'Cause at that
Percentage wise,
point in time,
that's
that just becomes
fantastic.
like, damn, I bought way too many drinks at this point in time. That's extra drinks.
Extra, baby. Extra.
Cheers, boys.
cheers.
Cheers.
To bar etiquette.
Clink, clink,
Ting,
clink.
Clink.
Ooh.
Okay, so let me ask you about
That's
Yeah,
why
why?
mixology exists.
Yeah.
To make that go down easy.
Let me ask you
why
that
am I?
question.
Why did I let you like make me take a fucking straight shot at tequila? I hate tequila. You know I hate tequila.
Should have said something. We could have
I
picked up
did
whiskey.
not peer pressure you that much at all. All I did was buy you a shot. That's all. I'm
Zach's
saying.
getting violent.
I might. It's
Don't do that.
that's what tequila does, man.
Don't do
That's
that.
what
Come
tequila
on.
does.
Calm down, champ. This ain't the racing days no more. Come
It gets
on,
me
ain't no
going
fighting.
too.
Oh
Oh,
God. Okay.
am I the only one that's normal on tequila?
Not violent. I just get really like.
Warm, fuzzy inside.
Oh, I'm
get
warm,
the
fuzzy
fuzzies.
inside.
Oh,
I would love to feel warm and fuzzy in other places,
I
but
don't feel warm and fuzzy. I feel a
We're on the
fire
clock.
building inside of me. An inferno!
the inferno. Dante's Inferno is my colon.
My inner demons have risen!
The ninth ring of hell.
Okay, I got a question though. Again, now, this is not about approaching the bar or being behind the bar though, but you have there's policing, there are things to do this, and this goes into the etiquette thing. Why the fuck do people keep standing in walkways and in front of doors?
I don't know. God, I wish I could figure it out. I don't get it. You see servers and people going through particular areas. Why are you bottlenecking?
Yeah.
Why are you over here just, let's all stand in front of the service. Well, we got our drinks now. We can just stand.
Is there plenty?
Get the fuck out of the way. I served you your drinks here. Other people are going to get their drinks here. Move. What is happening?
No, it's ridiculous. The other day we had this giant group of people walk in, and they pissed me the fuck off because they were just standing in front of the door to the patio, and like in a giant group. Like there was probably about 15 people, and it was like they were like around the pool table. Also, there's a door people are trying to walk through. So like I'm on my way to go outside, and I'm just like I'm repeating myself like excuse me, and finally like I just barely kind of like touch somebody just to let them know like I'm trying to walk through, and this woman just turns, I don't do touch, and I'm like, then get the fuck out of the way.
Get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
It's like you are the problem here.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Like I can't believe that mentality. Those are the people that I'm like, if we're talking about etiquette, don't do this, people.
Yeah.
No, don't do this. If you find yourself standing in a bar because there's nowhere to sit, that's okay. Just make sure you're not completely oblivious to the fact that you're standing in a walkway.
Yeah.
Move into another area where people can maneuver around you.
As a service worker to other service workers, my personal opinion is you should have every right to tell someone after you've exhausted every means like you did. Get fucking move. Fucking and eventually I just like, that little area between those high tops and the service bar that's right there where people like congregate. Eventually, if I'm having to go through people all the time, I just start shoving.
Oh yeah.
It's like move. You get mad. It's like I have gone through you 4 times.
It's like how do you not think this is
tried
going
to be
happen
nice.
again?
Yeah, I don't understand like what you're not getting. You see, the whole dining room's empty. Go outside. Why do you have to stand right here?
Yeah.
What, for your drinks? I'm not going anywhere. The bar doesn't move. You can come back.
It's like they come back inside and the bar is just gone. They're
Just
like,
gone.
oh damn, they must have moved.
Missed it. I knew I shouldn't have moved from this spot. Should have stayed right here.
Damn.
Holy shit,
I
dude.
missed my opportunity.
Yeah.
Too fucking bad. Good thing I got your card on file.
Damn right.
Close that out.
Like the bar's not gonna leave. You are though.
Yeah, you
so.
It is going to get farther and farther away. Whoa, it's getting so
It's
small.
like, how did I get next to my car all of a sudden? Like,
Don't you get in that car.
do not do these things. Please do not.
Yeah.
Do not block walkways. Do not, and just get over yourselves.
That's
Like,
the hardest
I can't
part.
believe the whole ignoring me and then telling me that I don't do touch when I'm like just trying to I barely touched her just to get the acknowledgement.
You don't
hey,
do
I'm
touch?
trying to get
the
past
fuck
you.
out of the bar.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. This is not a no touch zone. It is like your personal space is important. But if someone taps you on the shoulder to get your attention, that shit happens. If you're not listening and I have to dude, I'm here. I can get a fucking foghorn.
yeah, it's not like I grabbed you by the hair or tapped you on the ass or did anything like that. Like I just tried to get your attention so you would remove yourself from my walkway.
Yeah.
So
Like,
what would
good
be
if you don't wanna get touched again.
What would be the best way to approach that situation? I guess
Get the fuck out of the way.
right.
I would do
Out of
the same
way.
thing if I
I mean,
wasn't
that's
getting
how
a
I would
response.
be, but
Just tap him on the shoulder.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Hey, I'm gonna
I need you to not.
move.
And in the past as a manager, having to do that stuff where it's like, guys, I need this walkway clear. Like there's
Yeah.
hot food coming through.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You could get burned. It's
Yeah.
just gonna happen. Like we are
Yeah.
busy. I need you to
Yeah.
stand somewhere
Yeah.
else. You're
Yeah.
standing in the most narrow
Yeah.
place from the dining room to the kitchen, and you see people having to move through you. And eventually, if it continues that way, you start getting more forceful.
Oh yeah.
Which you kind of have to, where it's like people, especially when people have been drinking, like the weird hard part of learning bartending is you've been drunk, you've dealt with drunk people, but in a professional capacity, when people drink, they're just different people. So you can't predict always what they're gonna do. So sometimes you have to know how to be an asshole.
Yeah, our boss does a really good job of that. He can be like, be an asshole to your face, and you'll thank him afterwards.
Oh wow.
Like he's very good at being like just the
good.
perfect amount of dick
Yeah.
to your face, just to, and then but he just makes eye contact. And most of the time, it's just making eye contact and just repeating whatever you said to him back.
All right, bravo.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Just to have him do that, just like to deal with somebody.
This. Yeah, I need to come watch
You
this.
do. You're learning people skills.
Yeah.
This is communication. I'm getting through to you whether you like it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
You could do like a crocodile hunter of like bars to where you just go to wild or just go to bars and you videotape it like, oh, here in the wild we have the drunk females. Let's see how they react to
Absolutely.
this. Let's see how they react to kindness. Oh, this is a wild feral pack of men right here in their 20s. I've seen this before.
oh God.
They're drinking Jaeger bombs and Bud Lights.
They found the 21-year-old.
Yep.
Look at the flare of their nostrils.
And then you come across like the 40, 50-year-old drunk back in the corner. Oh, he's an old timer.
Oh yeah,
he's been doing this a long time.
He's usually playing like the fucking game on the always at the end of the bar.
Always.
Oh yeah.
Always playing that damn game.
You can tell he's just like, I've done this for too long. I'm just here for the sounds.
I mean, that could be a whole short series we do. Is just like the different types of people you see.
Oh yeah,
at the bar.
Yeah,
we have one of our regulars. I don't know if you see. She comes in late. One of our regulars. She's been bartending for like 35 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and she can jump between any bar, and her regulars will follow her, like no matter where she goes. I won't say his name, but one of our regulars, that comes in late night, drinks a cider on ice.
Yeah.
She's been bartending for him for nearly 30 years, I think.
Wow.
A long time. Yeah.
Wow.
So like you move around and you have those dire people like it's like when if you're young, you've never experienced it, finding that person, finding that bartender that you just love and trust and always want to talk with.
Yeah.
You'll move around. You'll find a new home bar.
Oh yeah.
So when bars like don't think about that and they let people go, you might have regulars that are just like, peace.
Oh yeah.
Cool environment. Love the place. Like the regulars. But that bartender, I'm following her.
Yeah.
Following him.
It's
following
one
that
of the-
person.
it's-
I'm
so
buying.
I have.
It's been good.
I've never done it, but I've seen like when a bartender gets fired or quits from our restaurant, all of a sudden certain people don't show up no more. You're like,
Oh yeah.
whatever happened to so-and-so? He came in every Saturday and he ordered his burger this way, or he did this and he did that. Whatever happened? Oh, you remember when the bartender got fired? Yeah, they followed her over to that restaurant, so he's been going over there now. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh. Yeah.
That's what I left a bar because of that stuff. They basically fired
Really?
majority. I was friends with the majority of the staff of this place,
Ah.
and so when the new ownership came in, it was just one after the other. And bartenders quitting or getting fired, and most of them went places that were too far for me, so I couldn't really just follow them, which was really kind of tragic in a lot of ways. But some of them were pretty close by, and so yeah, I stopped going. I was just like, I don't know any of you guys. You guys still don't know my name, and you've served me for the past 3 months. I gave it 3 months trying to get to know the new staff. Nobody seemed to actually want to have the old regulars there. So I was like, so we all started leaving. We all started leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most of us ended up over where we work now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Man, it's a small world like that. It is crazy how small the world is.
It's weird how that happens.
Especially the culinary world like this. Yes. Yes.
I mean, I could see that. I don't know if that's. How common is it to have
Can I get a little top off?
a regular chef? You want another?
A little top off, or you got no more in there? You poured them all? Yeah, I'll take another one then.
Yeah.
A little less on the.
Actually, I'm gonna make
sweet and sour
myself
mix
one
this
too.
time.
Where did my cup? There it is. So yeah, I'm just gonna make a double.
Yeah. But you were asking,
Do more sour mix?
Well, less on either the agave or something. The sugar, less on the sugar.
Less sugar, heard.
Yeah. Now, is that appropriate to ask? Like, I've had my first one now. You know what I'm saying? I know how I felt about the first one.
Yeah.
But I don't want mine as sweet the next time. So I'm like, okay.
Iteration
First
is
one's fine, I
totally
still did
okay.
it, but I'm just telling you, the second one, next one, a little less on that, maybe a little higher on the bitters. Oh, I wish we had some bitters.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can do bitters next time. Bitters are fucking expensive.
Oh
Yeah,
my
they
God.
are.
Yeah.
They can. That's,
But you know that you don't need an ID to buy bitters.
you do not.
Isn't that fucked up?
If you
It has,
think you're
like-
gonna drink bitters straight up, good luck.
Yeah. That's
Well,
weird.
you're not gonna drink them straight up, but if you take bitters, water, and lemonade or lemon juice or something like that, you can make basically an alcoholic beverage. Now, yeah, you're gonna need 10 bottles of bitters, and you're gonna dump all those out, and then you dilute it with a little bit of water, and you add some of that. You're basically gonna make an alcoholic like drink that will get you drunk, but you don't have to be 21 to do it. But you do need to be 21.
do need
buy
to have a lot of
ginger
money.
beer. Yeah, 'cause they're like what, $10 each. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah, we'll do this one with no agave, so just to get like the
Nice.
taste difference.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
I in the past I had a regular that just loved margaritas,
Okay.
but he wanted different flavors with each
Like that
drink.
guy. Should hang out.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. I haven't seen him in a hot minute.
Oh,
it's
still
been a
around
few
there.
years. But yeah, I would make him a regular, and then I'd make him a spicy. So like muddle up some jalapeno, throw it in there.
Nice.
I'd make one. He liked to do kind of like, I think it was basil. So he'd do like
Oh.
a basil cucumber margarita
Ooh.
with a little less sugar, or no, a little less lime, a little more sugar, and almost make it like a cooler.
Okay. Yeah. Like
So it's like a summer breeze through your hair
Okay.
type deal.
Down. Sounds delicious. Yes, please.
I've also
I'll
had
have
people
one of
order
those.
that way where they're like, I just want a drink where like if I was sitting on a beach, right? And I had an umbrella with no lifeguards. I want danger,
Huh.
but I don't want to get burned. What would you make? It's like, all right, I'm picturing
descriptive.
something in my head. And you're like, picturing pineapple and like a little bit of spice in there, maybe some
I feel like I'm
habanero.
watching the bar version of Barbie right now.
We're gonna make it. Like we are conceptualizing something because you feel emotion when you drink until you're numb, in which case you just feel sadness or happiness, whatever your default emotion is.
Yes, we
after
are
you've been
definitely
drinking.
watching the bar version of Barbie. It's called Barbie.
Yeah.
Bar B.
Parfait.
Just be the bar. It's fun.
It's like you were Ken there for a minute. I drink because I'm sad inside for real.
I'm just sad inside.
And I don't know how to process emotions because I have balls.
So
A lot
What
of bar
you're
patrons are
saying-
sad.
what you're saying is we all have a drunk Ken inside of us?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
If there was, I wonder if they make like an alcoholic Ken Barbie doll.
We can.
Is
make
it alcohol? Is it Ken Barbie dolls or just Ken doll? There's Barbie doll and Ken doll, or is it like does Ken have Barbie's last name?
I
And
think
is
they're
Barbie
all.
her first name or last name?
I never deep dive
I
that
never
much. I
thought.
think it's her first name.
What's her last name? I wonder then. Mattel?
Yeah. Mattel is her last name. Barbie Mattel.
I mean,
Oh
It's on the
God!
package, you know what I'm
now I
saying?
really
Mattel.
want to meet somebody named that so bad. It would just be great. That movie was great, by the way. I cried.
that's what you said, yeah.
Yeah, I actually cried during that movie. They did a good job.
Oh,
So
way
do
better.
you not like the citrus?
No, I don't like the sugariness, the sweetness of it.
So you
know
could
what
have
I'm
squeezed
saying?
a lime and cut some of that sugar.
Yeah. Yeah, I never do that. I just leave it for garnish. Cause
Not that I
like,
would tell someone that. I would just
You
take their drink, pour
should.
lime juice in it, and give it back to them.
Yeah.
It's too sweet, is it? Well, I'm going to try and doctor it and fix it instead of making
Yeah.
a whole
Oh,
new
no,
one
dude.
because that's a waste of
So
product
now I have
if I can help it.
I'm not gonna waste my product because you're picky. No, they're not picky. They're just
You're
they got
so
preferences.
picky.
They got
Yeah.
preferences. Because I'm the same way. I don't like sweet drinks.
I don't drink sweet drinks either, typically.
I'm not a big sweets guy. I mean, unless it's like fruit.
Yeah.
No, I like natural kind of sweets. But I don't
Yeah.
like, it was something super rich, creamy. Like I don't like, not a big cake guy. I don't like cake. I don't like,
Cake.
stuff like that. Just not my thing.
So what's the craziest margarita you've ever made? You know, so you talk about that cucumber and
It was like cucumber habanero.
and basil. Cucumber and
Yeah.
basil. You said at one point in time too. Wonder
Or
how
no,
many
yeah, it was cucumber.
How many
basil.
different versions can there be? Well, we all know all the basics like strawberry, sweet and sour. Your peach ones, like all your fruits. Basically, you take any fruit and turn that into a margarita.
I mean,
I never
margaritas,
thought about a cucumber at all. I've never had a cucumber margarita.
liquor, citrus, sugar, so you can make pretty much anything.
I know, right?
It's modular to the point of absurdity. You can make anything. Half of them won't be good, but half of them
Yeah.
will be.
Do you think margaritas
by the
are
sheer
like
nature of it.
pizza? Like every topping, every version's already been made. There's no new versions of a margarita out there that can be made.
I've never made one with star fruit. I've never made one with dragon fruit. I've never
You
made one
haven't,
with
but it has
durian.
Somebody else.
A durian margarita. It'll smell like ass, but what?
that would
who
be
knows?
so weird.
What the fuck is durian?
You
You
ever
never
had
heard of
durian?
durian?
We'll get you a
Oh,
durian.
wow.
We'll see if you can prepare
Oh,
a
God.
durian.
Oh God, please don't put that in this
Can
house.
Mr.
What?
Chef Paul prepare a durian?
I'm pretty sure I could.
It's an extremely smelly fruit. Like,
Oh, I like
like
smelly
But apparently
No,
it's
I
rich
mean,
and
it's-
delicious.
Yeah, it's
Really?
It tastes good, but it's kind of like the way Brussels used to be. You know how they would like release the gases and stuff like that, and like when you're trying to cook it in, it just smells god awful. But then when you're done, it tastes great.
Huh?
It's like that, but imagine just an even worse smell. It's an intense bad
Oh,
smell.
I am so fucking curious.
it's
I am so.
so
intrigued.
fucking bad.
When the fuck did you mess with durian?
I haven't cooked it or prepared it. I just smelt it, and it was absolutely god awful.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just notorious for having a raunchy smell to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it'd be any good in a
It's like
margarita.
Bigfoot's dick. I don't know.
That's the thing. I wouldn't
It's like-
if I had access to all these fruits, I'd try it. I'd try
Of
and make
course.
something with it.
Yeah.
Because like I'm just like I wonder if you could maybe marinate it, like leave it in an alcohol and let it sit and let, like the smell dissipate and have a durian infused tequila. So like infusions are a whole thing as well.
Of course. Yeah.
You don't want to
yeah,
add something
yeah.
later. So like I've made homemade cinnamon whiskey, homemade cucumber whiskey. It just and depending on the fruit is depending how you like prepare it to like sit and marinate because cucumber just sliced doesn't marinate very
Yeah.
well. Or what did I just say? Ferment.
The marinade.
Infuse. It doesn't infuse well.
I was like, wait.
What was that word I just said?
Okay, so back to the etiquette subject then. Are there any modifications, like drinks that you just do not make, or mods that you will not do? Like, is there anything that if somebody walks up and orders something that is just like bad move, buddy?
Yeah. I got one for you. I got one for you. Let me see if this is how you feel about it. I came up and I told you I wanted a half a draft Bud Light and a half a Yingling. Would you do that?
Oh snap!
A half and
Right?
half?
Would you do that?
Half and half of a Bud Light, and they're two different prices. Like, how would you even do that?
Yeah.
I would charge you for the most expensive one.
That's it?
Mhm.
Okay.
It
But you would do it.
If you're trying to make it like a Guinness where it like sits on top, where you
No,
can literally see
no.
it. Yeah. If you want it half
That
and
was
half,
just weird. I
you're
just
gonna
wanted
drink
a
it,
half
whatever.
A Bud Light and a half a Yingling. I would never do that. But
I mean, I guess it wouldn't be a no. It's just an
Yeah.
odd request.
I
Yes,
know,
it's a
right?
very
it's
odd
odd.
request.
But if it's on draft and I don't have to waste any product to do it,
okay.
if that's your
I'm
thing,
so trying it.
Well, then
man.
what
I'm gonna try it
is
on
there
a bartender.
anything that I can order though that would just make you be like,
Yeah.
if it's usually it just comes down to time. If it's really busy
Uh-huh.
and you're like, you want a mojito, I'll make it. But if
Yes.
it's just me and one other bartender and I don't have a lot and I'm running around, I'm probably just gonna tell you I'm out of mint. Because I'm too busy, man.
I'm just gonna lie to you.
Yeah. I'm trying to get
Fair
drinks
enough.
out in less than 60 seconds
Fair
for each
enough.
person. And it's
So
gonna
sh-
take 60 seconds to make your drink.
so yeah, like so I guess that I think I asked this in the last episode.
But there's
one of
very,
the other
there's very
episodes
little
we've
things
done.
that you can reject people on as a bartender.
Yeah, because it's like we always talk about. It's like it's so modular that it's like, yeah, I can make anything you want. Really.
And we set up the bar to be that way.
Yeah. So I guess is the responsibility then on the customer to kind of know how long it takes for a drink to be made? Kind of like, so it's like if they order mojito, they like, should they already know ahead of time? It's like, hey, it's really busy. Maybe I shouldn't order a mojito right now. Or are they just as allowed to play ignorant in the same way they do with like a lot of foods? Because
Yeah,
like the next time
that's
somebody
what they
reads a
want.
buffalo chicken and says it's too spicy, they don't like buffalo sauce, then why did you order the buffalo chicken?
Yeah, that's
Don't know, but you did that.
Oh, man.
you did that to yourself. That's
It's something like that. If you order
Yeah.
something and you want simplicity, if you want a jalapeno infused tequila margarita, like it's too spicy, then I'll take it and I'll doctor it to make it less spicy. But if you order one again,
Hmm.
then I'm just going to make it that way. I mean, plenty of bartenders will get in your face about certain things. It depends on where you're at, but usually if you're at a place that does really intricate, elaborate stuff, it's by design. And so when
Mhm.
you have an 8-layered shot, they have already set up the entire bar to make it that way. And if you ask for it in any other bar, they're going to go, no. Bartenders, because we're in the customer, like right there,
yeah.
I can just tell you no.
Mhm.
And to every business owner that's like, you can't tell people no. Fuck, I can't.
Do
Do you understand what some of these people are asking me to do? Some of it I literally just
Watch
can't
it.
do. And they're like, why can't you do that? It's like, I don't have that.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You mean to make you a hurricane to specification? I don't have passion fruit. I don't have that. I'll make you a hurricane, but it won't be exactly as is. And that's another thing. Someone asks for something like that, I will make as close as I can to a hurricane. And
Fair
most
enough.
people don't know the difference.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a hurricane. Sure. Oh, it's a Mai Tai. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure
I
it
think-
is.
I think that's a big thing. It's like when, especially like when you're at like bars, if you're at restaurants, you're doing the people don't really know a lot about what they're ingesting.
They don't.
And I'm not going to say that they should technically either. I'm like, hey man, like if that's not what you want to do with your life, if you don't like to cook, you don't like to, know your cocktails or anything like that, but you still enjoy the food, you still enjoy cocktails, there's room for that. Yeah. But that's why I'm like, I don't know how much people should know coming there and coming to a place, I guess, because we have so many pet peeves, so many things that can just like slow us down and just fuck us up and just drill us into the ground. But we can't really blame customers because that's what they're there for. They're there because they don't know how to make that meal.
Yeah.
I would
If
say
they could and they could afford it, they would just make it at home.
I think to like concretely answer the question, it just comes down to communication.
Yeah.
Being willing to be a better customer allows me to do my job better and serve you better.
Hell yeah.
So ask those questions. If you don't like something, let me know.
Yeah.
If you can't have something, let me know. Don't just assume if you have a citrus allergy that I'm going to know that.
Exactly.
Let me know.
Back to the allergies
Or something
episode.
you just absolutely hate. Just have the forethought to think about that. So if I ask, hey, you want something fruity? Is pineapple okay? Oh, you just hate pineapple. Okay, good to know. I can cross off my list. I have other options, but I need to know that because I don't want to waste time and product.
I think it's more, I think it's a lot about patience, right? Like it's about them needing to have patience with you guys, as well as, bartenders and us as a general, industry having to have patience with them. Because I mean, but like you said, like sometimes you don't have that option. You're really busy. You're freaking 3 deep at the bar. Those points, I think being a good customer, it means you can still be that, like, not ignorant, but like just not knowledgeable of the subject. But then at that point, be aware of your surroundings. Like, please, people, like, just like be aware of that fact that you are part of the busyness of the place. We want to serve you, but in order to make this efficiently, please know what you're about to order when you get to the bar. Know what you want to order. If you're going to order food, please know if you're going to order food. Like, just do enough of your own work enough effort on your part, just to make sure that we can serve you the best we possibly can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then some questions that you wouldn't want to be asked yourself. So when you go to a bar, you ask a bartender, what do you enjoy making? There might be an answer there for someone that's only been doing it for a year. But if you've been doing it for 8 years, it's like there's nothing in particular I enjoy making because I make all of it.
Yeah.
And they ask you as if like, well, the thing you enjoy making is what I want. It's like,
yes,
I've made margaritas and martinis and Sazeracs and Long Islands and Jim Jones and
I still
start listing off the names.
I still love the fact that Jim Jones is a drink.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up. So messed up.
They're there to serve you. And it's kind of a non-starter because you're putting the responsibility on the bartender where it's like, what do you want?
Yeah.
My job is to figure out what you want, but you're asking me what I like to make or what do I enjoy drinking? It's like, what I enjoy drinking unless you're buying me what I enjoy to drink, makes no difference. If you ask like, what's your favorite shot? Woodford. Awesome. Put a Woodford on my tab for you for later. Okay. Because very, very rarely does that ever happen. Does that like interaction happen there?
Yeah.
Oh shit. All
But
right.
it does happen.
So what do you want?
Yeah.
Just make me something. You got it.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna make you something.
See, so I think more what they're asking what you like to do when they ask that, and what I would be doing. Like, what do you like to make? Are you like a shaker guy? Do you like making like crazy cocktails? Are you at that? Or are you just I like to pour draft beers. I'm over the shaking thing. I think that's kind of what the customer's doing. If I can elaborate on that and give you a customer's perspective on that, when the guest is asking that, they're more asking like, well, what do you feel like doing tonight? Do you feel like making some crazy shit up for me right now? Like, are you in a creative mood? Or are you just in I'm going to pour you a beer type of mood? If you're that bartender, then I'm like, cool, just pour me a beer, But if you're the guy that's back there and like kind of what you said, that's young and enthusiastic, Or even if you're old and enthusiastic and you've been working on this drink, maybe there's something on your mind. And I walk in, I'm like, what do you like making? And you're like, actually, I have this idea that I've been working on. Let me try it out on you. I'm that guy. I'm that guest. When I ask you that, I'm the guest that's like, well, I'm open for experiments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the tattoo guy. Like, if you want to tattoo me, tattoo me. I'm kind of open for that, you know? Kind of,
Yeah.
I'm giving you
that's fair.
that open door to be like, okay, either you do or you don't. If you tell me, like, your answer could be straight up, I can pour you a mean draft beer. I'm going to look at that bartender like, cool. I know what you do then. Pour me a mean draft beer, bro. Give me the perfect fucking head on that beer.
I have to disagree, though, because how many times, especially working in the kitchen and everything like that, have I heard servers bitching about the fact that somebody's always asking, like, what do you recommend? What would you eat? What do you eat here? That's when people ask that question of just like, hey, what do you enjoy making? Is I think what they're actually going for is like, I want something that you are going to make well. That they will. That they're going to like. I know that I'll get the best possible drink out of it if you enjoy making it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's still putting the responsibility on them to make their decision. And then if they don't like what you like to make, then they bitch.
I don't ever bitch. I don't do that. I take chances sometimes.
Yeah, that's you, bro. I'm just saying, this is like this. We have to kind of talk in generalities.
Yeah.
This isn't everybody, obviously, but come on, let's be honest here. That's the most likely scenario.
It is. Agree.
From bartender side, both are valid, and what it depends on is if you can read your bartender's body language.
Yeah.
If they come in and they're hungover, or you're just not having a good day, and they're like, I am a public-facing servant. I'm here to serve you, even if I have a bad day. But if you start asking me stuff about me, it's like, I'm here to make you what you want to the best of my ability. But if you start asking me about my personal opinions, my opinion is, I don't give a shit right now. I love what I do, and right now, I don't give a fuck. I'm either hungover or something terrible happened.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you could your favorite pet could die that morning, and it's like, you got to be at work.
Got an argument.
That sucks for you.
Whatever.
Take care of it and then get to work. And you have to come to work and it's like, I've just had a terrible day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they start asking you like, what's your favorite thing? My favorite thing would be to be home.
Yeah, right.
Would be home and drinking just what the fuck ever. That would be my favorite thing.
That'd be awesome.
What else would you like to ask?
I'd be like, perfect. Then a canned beer and a glass.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Just give me the canned beer. You know what? Fucking skip the glass.
You know what? I just really don't know what I want to drink right now. What's your favorite thing to make? Rat poison, bitch. I'll get you a glass.
I'll get you, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, sounds delicious.
Be an independent person and know what you want. And
Let's do it, Beyonce. Come on.
You are being an independent person. I mean, like I said, I know I'm different, and I know Zach is right, because there's those people out there that think that they're adventurous and things like that, but they're not.
Yeah.
Me, I am. I'm like, well, what do you like on the menu? What do you like making? You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, oh, I got this. I could be surprised sometimes. I know what I like. I've been ordering it for fucking 20 years, though. I'm kind of bored of what I like. I might want your opinion on what you like, maybe for once. It might sound disgusting. Like, oh, you might be like, oh, I like sour beers. Hard pass on that. I don't like sour beers.
I think that is when it's slow. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, because I've also heard there's like a whole place in Texas that literally runs entirely off of ordering similar to this. And so if it's slow enough, especially at a bar like ours, is it cool just to kind of walk and be like, hey, I want to try something new. This is what I like. This is what I already been drinking.
Yeah.
And these are the flavors that I enjoy. Is there anything that you can make me with that?
That's fine. That's more information than most people will give you.
Fair. Good. See, I think if you don't know what you want to drink, but you've drank before, I think that would be the best way for us, like, to tell and give advice and just be like, hey guys, order this way. If that's really how you feel, if you want to try something different, or if you don't know what you want to drink, give them that information. Tell them what you do like. Tell them what you like, the flavors. Tell
I think
them
that works.
There you go. Yeah,
it can spider web. At least then you have a flavor profile.
Yeah.
If you love old fashions, you want to try something new, okay, we can start to branch out from there, because I already understand you like dark. It's sweet, but it's also bitter. It has you can have complex flavors with bitters and orange peel and these different things. Cool. Let's try a Manhattan. You had a Manhattan? No. All right. Let's try like a mint julep. Do you like mint? All right. Well, bourbon and mint. How does that work for you?
Oh yeah.
Sounds delicious. Yes, please.
Yeah, you can slowly, and then it's like, oh, you like mint. All right, so you like tart and sweet. So maybe we can branch out into something that's dark on the other side, that's away from bourbon, or just go to like lighter whiskeys and then go from there. Then from light whiskeys, you can go into other lighter vodkas, possibly gins because you already have a penchant for herbs and botanicals. So maybe there's something in the gin side, and then you can kind of work your way out. At least that makes more sense to me.
Mhm.
And that like I can connect the flavor profiles of different
Yeah.
liquors and combinations.
You get to like you start off with like basically like a connect the dot painting, and the only thing they did was they just started off with like a drawing of an old fashioned. And now I can connect all these little dots, and I can be like, okay, great. How about this? How about this? How about this? How about this?
Yeah.
Rather than just someone giving you a blank piece of paper and saying, draw something.
Yeah. That's a good way. Just draw something. No.
Just
I
draw
like
something.
This, I like this. Yeah. Communication.
It's like, here, you just draw this really nice, extravagant, beautiful piece of art, and they turn it back, and it's a picture of a cock.
That's what was in my
That's
head.
what you wanted. That's what you ordered.
I do like a nice cock.
It's a middle finger, but the middle finger's a cock.
Yeah, that's just
Oh, that's
Did,
awesome.
dude, that would be
That's
what?
awesome.
Yes, that's our new logo.
Yes. That is it. That's it.
Oh,
Cock middle finger. Just like, fuck off.
damn.
That's pretty good, actually.
But, oh, you
So
didn't
look
like
out for that
though?
new logo. It's
If anybody asks, it's a money.
It's coming.
Don't say that.
It could be. It's either coming or going.
The background wasn't meant to be white.
Now we've given context to the white background.
It's like a Jackson Pollock.
Oh,
Oh, it's still wet. It needs to dry.
love it.
Oops.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think that was the
Again,
whole
these are just
point though.
all-
'Cause-
Yeah, these are all pointers in etiquette
Yeah.
that we're giving you guys. You guys can either take it or leave it.
Yeah, the point is, like, I think my biggest thing is I want people to know is like, you don't have to be a genius. You don't have to know
No.
everything. And I've been
Yeah.
kind of struggling with that myself, especially with my own therapy and stuff like that, having to put myself like outside of like my narcissistic tendencies and have that empathy and understand what other people are kind of like thinking and put myself in their shoes. So I don't want everybody to feel like you have to be a genius. Like you have to know as much as we do about our subject, even though I've pushed that before in the past. I want people to, feel comfortable coming in with questions, but just be better about how you ask the questions. Have as
There you
much
go.
information with it prepared for yourself.
Yeah.
Know what you want. Know the things that you should at least know.
Yeah.
You should know yourself. And if you
Yeah.
approach this more like, more like that, I think it would make things a lot easier.
That's true.
It's a people business.
Yeah.
It is.
And it can vary wildly depending on where you go. Just know that
Yeah. And the time and the frame. Like you said, know
Yeah.
your audience, Are they busy? You're busy? Just order a beer. Order what you know. If they're not busy, that's when you can be kind of adventurous and be like, oh, what do you recommend?
yeah,
What do you have? What do you like to do? What do you do this? What do you do that? They're slammed to the wall. Shut the fuck up and order what you know.
Yeah.
so if you want to be a better patron, communicate, be aware of your surroundings and how that might affect the person serving you. And then that individual, their body language. Body language is not something that a lot of people really focus on, but do they look like they're in a good mood?
Yeah.
Hey, be adventurous. If not, probably play it safe, but then it also depends on the individual. There's a lot of people out there with different personalities, and some of them are like, kind of slump down
Yep.
until you come in and
Yep.
start engaging them. And they're like, oh,
Yeah.
right, finally, someone's challenging me.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
person that's like, cool, I can ask you to make me anything that you think would be spectacular. And they're like, you got it.
I've seen that person. I've dealt with that person before.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like it's a people business, and
It
it
almost
goes
looks like-
both ways.
yeah.
We're here to
Yeah.
serve you, but if you're conscientious of the other person
Yeah.
in a people business, you'll have a much better experience.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty entertaining at bars.
Yeah.
My bartender the other day had one of those like crazy names to where like you think it's like a Tracy, a Casey, a Basie, this and that.
A lot of aces.
Because right. Well,
Yeah.
his name really was.
Was their
AC.
last name DC? Wait, what the
Nah,
fuck?
that was one of the jokes he said, bro. With a name like that, like there's like, cause I called him Casey. I was like, hey Casey, and my wife was like, I don't think it's Casey, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Casey. He was like, no, it's not Casey, and I'm like, it's not Casey, cause I'm being loud. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
being mean. My wife just like, nah. I'm like, what the fuck is it then? Is it Tracy? What letter did I miss? And he was like, drop all the letters before it and just use the end of it. I was like, AC? Like just
That's his
like
actual name was AC?
AC Unit. He's like, I heard it all. AC Unit, AC Slater, AC
AC Slater,
DC.
nice.
You know, like I was like, bro, there's so many fucking letters you can add before or at the end of your fucking name.
Stacy.
That it was very confusing.
Yo,
at the end of
Macy,
that.
how you doing? You got
Yeah,
some
I
sales
said
going
Macy.
on?
Oh
Yes.
wow, what were they thinking? I'm
But like
sorry.
when I first got there, he was like that. He was a little, hey, how's it going? Here's your napkins. Here's your menus. You know what I'm saying? But then that little situation just happened to like bloom naturally to where I called him the wrong
Oh,
name.
man.
And then and then like other guests were joining in. And they're like, oh, I thought his name was this. And I was like, all right, so I'm not the only one that fucked this up, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's like 3 people on this side and the chick over here. We all heard different names. And my wife was like, yeah, that name could be so many names. I was like, fuck yeah.
And actually, that's a really good point. Our job is to make you feel comfortable. But if you put in the effort to make us feel comfortable, ooh, you'll have a fucking fantastic time.
I didn't pay for 3 drinks that night.
Damn right.
It's like, you were awesome. Like, my entire day is better. Like, my entire shift is better because I will buy you 3 drinks. That is worth it. Worth
Well,
it
I
have someone
tipped
come
on
in
it.
and make my
All
day
right,
feel
let me
great.
ask you on that. Okay, so this is my belief also. So I got the bill. I looked at the bill. I realized that like he didn't charge me for 3 fucking drinks, bro. I did the math. I've seen with the first one, and I knew what they should have cost. I tipped him that plus the tip. Yes or no?
Yes.
Giggity.
Okay. So I paid for the drinks. Technically, I just didn't.
I did. I gave you a giggity. That was
Yeah,
good.
You did. What did I miss? What did you do? What did I do?
Just keep going.
All right.
We're already at an hour 11. We need to start thinking about.
Oh,
we're
shit.
we're at the end of the shift.
Is
so
it?
let's
It's,
go.
it's the 20th special.
I know.
It
I'm not
is.
saying. That's
But
why
still,
I didn't want to
give it a
stop
time
anything.
limit.
But I was
yeah,
just
I'm ready
like,
to clock. I need a smoke
But
break.
we'll
anyways,
get
boss.
in there, yeah.
Yeah. So that is proper also. I should have done that. I did that. You guys appreciate that.
I don't know if everyone does it, but as a service industry worker, if I go to someone else that's in the service industry,
And you give me something for free.
Yeah, like I come over
pay
and like,
for
hey,
it, but I give it to you.
yeah, I've been to a place down in Buckhead where they gave us like 2 drinks free, 2 appetizers, and a dessert. Like
Wow.
5 things off our bill. The bill ended
Wow.
up being like $60. It should have been like 130, 150.
Wow.
oh, yeah.
So we tipped 70. So we tipped 100 in total.
Okay.
So we lowered the overall like
Yeah.
overhead tip. It was like, cool, we're
You
gonna cover
almost
everything you give us
tipped
for free.
100% though.
That's yours.
Yeah, that's
now.
yours now.
And then here's extra on top.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Because if
All
you're
right.
like, if you're using up, because usually you have like so much comp tab you can use, and you have to go to a manager like, hey, can we comp a couple appetizers and stuff like that, especially for food because food cost is higher.
Yep.
And that's a bigger thing. So if I get food comped, I'm covering all of that in the tip. And if I get drinks comped, I'm gonna make sure I cover that too and then a little bit extra.
Yes. Listen, do that. I believe in that 100%.
Because you can't comp drinks
If I
all
get
night for
anything
everyone.
for
it doesn't
free,
work that way.
I give it to that person. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you didn't charge me for that drink. That was a $7 beer. Stella was like $7 at this fucking bar.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I know that he didn't charge me for 2 of them. I ordered 3 of them. There was only 1 Stella on my beer, plus like the shot and then the glass of wine my wife had, and then like a lemon drop, you know, saying my wife had and whatnot. And I was like, well, where are the other beers and my wife's second glass of wine? Like that wasn't on there. Okay, let me do the math. That was like $14 plus the glass of wine was $12. Let's just call it $25. So blah 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 blah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But
clocking
I
out.
like that kind of stuff though, because and this just goes for everywhere. Also, I'm just going to say this for the closing thing. This not just our industry. It's like making the people feel comfortable, especially works. Even I mean, I was at a gas station the other day, and I thought it was like just for an example of like what we were just talking about. I was dealing with everything like that. This woman came up, so she was obviously having a rough day. She was supposed to be like stalking something or something like that, and she cursed a little bit. And then the other guy was like talking, and he was just like, and they giving her a little bit of giving her a little shit and everything like that. I was just like, come on, we got customers here. What about you professional? So I just looked at her. I was like, yeah, I'm so fucking offended. And
I'm
just
so fucking offended.
just to say that to her and everything like that, she lit up. She like they were laughing, and it was just like all of a sudden these 2 people that were just like whatever. We got to work. We got to do this kind of stuff. Now we're all laughing. We're all doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Their nights a little bit better.
Yep.
It just makes everything a little bit better. I think just do that when you're out. Just trying to make everyone feel
Just be
good.
a good fucking person.
Yeah, just be a good
Yeah.
person.
Be a good
We're all
fucking
in the
person.
same social contract. Like,
Yeah.
life's hard enough as it is.
Yeah.
Have a good time. Like, help each other out. Don't take shit so seriously.
Exactly.
There's plenty of people where you can actually direct that that angst and like anger to. That need to be the people that are doing the same grunt work we're all doing.
Exactly.
Hell no.
We're all in the same simulation together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just waiting for
character
just
you wanna
waiting
be.
for that one person just to turn the computer off.
Someone to
and then we're
check
all
us
good.
out.
And then we'll
Jack me out.
format the computer.
Jack
We're all
me off.
screwed.
I'm not taking the red pill. Fuck you. I'm taking the blue pill. I'm staying right here. As bad as it is, the red pill was way worse.
Steak
It's
is
the
too
devil,
delicious.
right?
You gotta fight robots.
I'm not
with the
eating
red
gruel
pill.
and
You gotta
shit.
eat gruel. Like, no. I saw that. I'm good. Good being in the
Yeah, that is kind
get-
of a good thing.
we
They kind
get
of made reality kind of
delicious-
so much worse that
Yeah.
it's like, why would I ever
Why
want
would
to
I
choose
give up-
that now?
Why would I give up steak and margaritas? Fuck
I'm
you.
staying. I'm
Staying
staying
right here, bitches.
I'm a pretty
know that
ball
I'm
and battery. I know what to tell you.
Now I just know how to play the game
exactly.
better.
It's like I don't mind you use me as a battery.
Right?
You're treating me pretty damn good
This
right
is a
now.
pretty good exchange. I'm not-
Pretty good exchange. I get margaritas and steak. Fuck off.
Tell you what, just program me a new car. I'll be fine.
Yeah, if you could just make that. Come on. You just fix this shit. Why do you have to have hierarchies in a simulation?
Give me
What
one
the
of
fuck
those
is
lottery
happening?
winners. Can I just win one of
All
those lottery
right.
tickets?
It's time to end the shift,
Right.
y'all. Clocking out.
Clocking out.
Love
I'm
you,
going for a
yo.
smoke break.
Conspiracy,
I'm clocking out.
Before
we
conspiracy
clean up,
theory
you know what I'm saying?
channel.
I'm smoking a cigarette, chef.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Good night, good night, good night.
Night, y'all. Ah. Happy 20th margarita day.
Oh god, it tickles. It tickles. Oh god.
20th episode.
20th. This is the 20th day recording. Y'all have no idea.